Sí, chica, pero ¿dónde están los precios?
Pero, pues, ¿qué? ¿Qué me pregunta todos los precios? ¿Qué son los precios?
Hey guys, how are you guys?
Hola, ¿cómo están? My name is Eliseo Roman. I play Piragua guy in the show, and I'm originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Doreen Montalvo. I play Crazy Cuca in the show.
Yes.
Crazy Cuca.
And I also understudy Abuela, Camila, and Daniela. And I'm originally from the Bronx, New York.
Wepa.
What is an understudy?
An understudy basically is a person who learns a principal part and when needed goes in and covers the role.
And a lot of times an understudy has their own track in the show, which means their own role in the show.
For me, I had to learn 3.
Right.
It's my first time. I've never been an understudy
That's
before.
amazing, because you guys are wonderful at it. So
it's been
wonderful.
so incredible. It's been a great experience, a learning, huge learning experience for me. I've learned so much. Each one of the 3 is so different and unique in their own way that I love them each time I'm playing each one. So I love doing all 3 of them.
Well, for me, it's quite special because I understudy Kevin, which is the father in the show. And it's a challenge a little bit for me because I don't think I'm probably physically what they would foresee. Maybe I should be a little older. So that's kind of a challenge for me. But what's so exciting for me is that it doesn't matter how old you are, at least for me, I feel that a father is a father, and we all kind of can appreciate from our own experiences as a father or a parent or having them, what they go through when their child is having difficulties or anything as such. And I kind of play the role how my father treated me because I had a great father, as well as the great example of John Herrera, who originated the role, taking some of that for myself.
Something that's really unique about both of you two is that you don't copy, you create. You come to the stage with your own perspective of the role.
You have to kind of determine whether the director wants you to, gives you the ability to create something while you're on it, or they want you to replicate something that has already been done by the principal. In this case, it's been a little bit of both.
Exactly the same way. I've been blessed in the fact that I've had 3 wonderfully strong, talented, wonderful actresses that I've had to try to fill their shoes. And to be able to have the freedom to, to follow in their tracks and in their footsteps, but also add a little bit of my own self and my own personality into each one of the roles has been a blessing. There's a magic in creating a character. There's a magic that you don't find anywhere else. For me, the biggest, 2 of the biggest roles that I've ever done was I did a show called La Lupe. And that was an interesting situation for me because I had been cast as an understudy, but never went on as an understudy. I wound up becoming the replacement before I had even started rehearsals.
Wow.
So that was filling in a fabulous actress named Sully Diaz who had done the role, and going in and trying to fill those shoes, plus creating the character on my own was a ridiculously amazing experience for me. It was the hardest thing to date that I had ever done in my life.
So this is a pair of busy Latinos that are really representing us.
We're busy.
That's great.
We're busy.
Actually, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a singer. It wasn't theater that had called me at the time. And even though I listened to a lot of Latin music, and my family was always, as you know, Christmas is living in the Latin family, and the música, salsa, and familia, which is what it's all about, truly. My heart really followed singing R&B and soul. I went to college, and I went to college for business administration with a concentration in finance. I started with a show at a dinner theater that I worked at years and years ago, and I did that one show, and I knew that I was done.
It called your heart right away.
Immediately. And this is ironically the first time or the second time I've done a show with almost all Latinos.
Oh my God.
And it's one of the most amazing experiences for me in my entire life.
Why?
Well, I have to say that it's probably one of the most familial groups I have ever had in my entire life. No theatrical, professional, any other experience. It's been an amazing experience. there's nothing like it. I can tell you that.
And it's family.
And it's family, and it's brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles. It feels like your family's with you no matter where you are. And this has been quite the experience and a learning thing for me, especially in this business where so much theater is Americano theater, and we have to fit in those roles. And in this case, we are those roles.
Well, it's wild, but this show in particular, because it celebrates who we are, and you know, I'm a child who grew up on the streets of New York as well. I grew up in the Bronx, which is not very much unlike, my neighborhood is not very much unlike Washington Heights neighborhood. You know, so to celebrate that, to celebrate my family, you know, Abuela is my mother. You know, we know Daniela, we know Camila, we know these people in these neighborhoods. They're so real. That's such a beautiful experience.
How would you compare it to things like West Side Story, for example?
For me, West Side Story was still a little bit of a fantasy, and I think because it's a gorgeous show and one of, you know, classic shows in musical theater and one of the more beautiful shows written out there. But for me, because I didn't live the West Side Story life, it was still more of a fantasy. This was real life. This is real life for me because it's current, it's present, it's today. Would
you like to see more theater done like this one? More theater that talks about your culture?
I know that, yes, of course we would. It's needed, it's required, and it should be demanded by everyone. There's room for all kinds of theater, which is what life is all about. It's a conglomeration of life. The melting pot is the world, and we have it, you know, at our grasp. So theater should represent everyone, and I hope and pray that this show is one of the foundations of being able to bring our people to all people, and that's what it's really about. That's been the beauty of the audiences too. The audiences have been all people, you know, consistently, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful to see all different cultures coming and celebrating this beautiful show. Would you guys consider yourself dreamers? Oh yeah, you dreamers, you have to be. You have to be open. You have to dream to be open to the possibility of everything. What I would say to people that are, you know, people that are starting, especially Latinos, is that never say that it can't be done. And if that really calls, if your real spirit really calls you to do this, whether it be dancing or singing or doing theater, you can't let anyone tell you that it's not possible for you and that you're not good enough, parent or otherwise, because it has to be, you have to believe. Exactly. And this show proves the fact that someone like Lynn, who wrote this show in college and may have received so many barriers saying that this is not even remotely possible, to several years later having a complete cast of theatrical professionals and moving to Broadway is quite truly a dream come true. Wow. People that would like to, you know, be principals in the future, etc., and that are given the opportunity to be an understudy now and learn the ropes that way, what would you say to them? Do it. Absolutely take it. You want the dream to become a reality, you have to grab it when you can, when it's there. It's all about paciencia y fe. It's all about that having the patience and having that faith and never giving up on those dreams, you know. What would you think, or what would you say about a movement like R.Evolución Latina? I think it's a fabulous thing. I think it's a way to celebrate who you are, where you come from, and the dreams that you have, and it's giving us an outlet to just keep going forward and keep pursuing it. So, absolutely. And I think it's, you know, overdue. I think that if we want to be taken seriously and if we want to be accounted for, then we have to stand up as a people and make that happen. And we cannot wait for others to do it for us. So I think R.Evolución Latina is an avenue that we all need to embrace and pursue and truly stand up and be counted. My thing is paciencia and faith. Everything is possible through faith and perseverance. And I say, go for it all. That's it. Never give up. Never give up. R.Evolución Latina. Eso. Nice. Arriba con la revolución. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Gracias a usted. Thank you so much. Bye bye.